I mean, this has been out for a while. I only recently got my hands on one of these. Hey, what's happening guys? Mike Moo here. Listen, this is the type of device that I really like to review, the type of thing that I really like to talk about on my channel. And that's just this really cool tech tools, gadgets, gizmos that, you know, could potentially make your life a little bit better. And while oftentimes they're not necessary, it's often really cool to have and use. So the Nomodo Trio is exactly something like that. Now, it is called a trio because it does three things all in one. This right here is a fast Qi charger, charges up to 10 watts, 7.5 on, of course, the iPhone. And over here, this thing with the metal on it is actually a hot plate or a chiller. Basically, it functions just the same way some of these powered CPU coolers used to do, and that is just to use that technology to either, I'm trying to remember the name of it, it makes it either the surface either hot or cold. If it makes this side cold, then the heat comes out on the other side, and there's a fan here that runs that cools off this whole surface so that it doesn't cause a meltdown either way. This is $80. As much as I like something cool like that, I don't like spending a whole $80 on it typically. That's the power brick. It's 12 volts, 4,000 milliamps. So if it would have been perfectly fine if everything worked well. However, there are some issues that you need to know that maybe some people don't mention in the YouTube videos. So here's one of them, okay? So this is the Qi charger here on this side. I got my iPhone, put it on top. You hear a fan spin up, okay? Sounds okay right now, but I think that the specifications and the manufacturing tolerance that this has makes it so that at certain angles and at certain times, it makes a horrible sound, the fan vibration noise. You hear this? This is the sound that sometimes I get on here. It could start out fairly quiet like this, but sometimes it'll sound like this. And this is what some people are complaining about the unit. So for those of you guys that say, oh, the sound's not bad because it's like this, generally I suppose if I use this in a cafe environment, it's kind of loud, but sometimes it turns into this. And I'm exasperating it right now at the angle. You hear that? That I find to be unacceptable for a product that's $80. So the fit and finish of this is not really great. This whole thing out here is made of plastic, but it looks really nice. The problem I have, of course, is with the fan. And the fan has to stay on. I understand that it's supposed to cool off this whole section here. Note that this has a separate power button right here that you press to make it hot or cold. So if I press it like that, that makes it cold. Press it like that, it makes it hot. And it does a pretty good job. Okay, so I'm going to take this off because I find that the noise is pretty annoying. So if you're using this, if you like a quiet environment or you don't put on noise cancellation, that's problem number one. Okay, and that really is the main problem that I have with it. Problem number two, and issue number two, is that this plate is very specifically designed to fit with this cup. You see this on the bottom here? This is an aluminum bottom to a cup. All right, this is the new version of 2020. Before it was aluminum up here at the top, but some people were complaining that their lips are getting burned because it's aluminum, the whole thing. It transfers the heat and the cold very well, and that's the reason why this is built the way it was. If you try to use a different cup on here, it's not going to work as well because it's supposed to be mated to a nice surface. So maybe a Moscow Mule type of mug would work out okay as well. But really, the best thing is to use the cup that they include here. I would have preferred if this whole plastic piece up top was kept aluminum and then they just have a little silicone piece. Something like called Hot Lips from Snow Peak would have been nice for that, but they didn't do it. They opted to just put plastic around here. Okay. So you got to use this cup. You don't have this cup, you pretty much lose out on a lot of the efficiencies. Yes, you can put an aluminum can on here, or a Coke bottle or something, not a Coke bottle, but you know, just basically an aluminum can on here, and you can make it hot or cool as necessary. And it does work. I mean, you can feel the temperature drop to a really nice, basically a chilled beverage when it's on the chill feature. And you can feel it chilling within a couple of, I mean, it starts right away. So it's pretty quick. Likewise, the heat is also just as quick too, the other way around. Probably you'll feel it a lot quicker. Like right now, 4 or 5 seconds into it, this is getting pretty darn chilled. Already chilled right now, so it'll keep a chilled drink pretty well. If you're expecting this to chill your can, maybe a can of beer, can of Coke on here, you'll also be a little bit disappointed because it does not fit this surface precisely. Put it on here though, put a couple ounces on here, it will chill it. It'll take a while, maybe an hour or two. You'll probably lose your fizz before it chills the whole can. If you're starting out from a warm can here in the summer, it's gonna take a while. You're probably gonna finish the drink before that even happens. So for your best results is already have something chilled before you put it in here, or have something hot before you put it in here. Basically, it's like a cup warmer or a cup cooler, drink warmer or drink cooler. Okay, so that's it with here. And if you turn this on, it has to keep the permanent fan going on because it needs to circulate the air through here. So what happens is that it sucks the air in through here and blows it out through this end. So you're just gonna feel, you know, primarily heat come out from here, and you can't control the fan separately. The positive of that is that any device you put on here, just by default, is just gonna be relatively cool. Okay, so those are the positive, but what really kills it for me is the fan noise. I just can't stand it. The fit and finish probably isn't gonna work out well for me. So this is going back. I don't think I can recommend it if you try it out and you hear the fan noise and that bugs you. Yeah, that's it. So that's the only reason why this is going back. Yeah, when that works, and who knows, maybe in a newer manufacturing update, they fix that. In which case, as long as you know some of the limitations of the unit and you know what you're getting into, it makes a pretty cool gift. Hands down, if it worked. All right, that's it for this video. Please give it a like, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.